I'm Allison LaForgia, managing editor of HousingWire's content studio, and today we're going through a demo of Ardley and Navigator with Haley. About Ardley and Navigator. Ardley's actionable data intelligence platform enables lenders and servicers to better serve their borrowers by providing analytics and hyper-personalized offers. By leveraging Ardley's Navigator capabilities, lenders can provide a more transparent solution by offering borrowers upfront optionality for all loan offers for which they are eligible. For lenders, they receive real deal opportunities that a borrower is already educated on for deals that they have available, making for a superior borrower experience. And Haley, take us through the demo.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, so I am going to walk you through kind of the three key pieces of the Ardley Retain platform, which includes Navigator. And it's important to kind of understand some of the upstream capabilities so that you can really see the power that Navigator holds. So we're going to go through our portfolio analytics, intelligent marketing, and then end with Navigator and our borrower application. So what you're seeing on the screen right now is our portfolio analytics. So this is a powerful tool that lets our customers see inside of their portfolio, any portfolio of loans, to understand the opportunities for recapture. We are evaluating their servicing book against their pricing, eligibility criteria, and fees to get a really high definition look into all of the opportunities that are available for them. This particular sample that you're seeing on your screen, we're evaluating for a cash out refinance, a home equity loan, rate and term refinances, and we're also looking on the MLS to see which properties are being listed. And we're doing more than just a rate analysis. We're looking into loan level pricing adjustments and also net tangible benefits to ensure that these are real opportunities that a borrower could actually qualify for. And this is really the heart of the Ardley system. These opportunities will update every time there is new pricing so that you get a really real-time look at the opportunities inside that portfolio. From here, this determines what marketing is going out to which borrowers. So one of the powerful features of the Ardley system is that we are sending personalized, intelligent marketing to borrowers that we believe qualify for these opportunities. So we're not going to solicit a borrower on a rate and term offer if we believe that they do not qualify for that. You're seeing an example of an Ardley email right here. Ardley is 100% white labeled. So everywhere that you're going to see Woodley Bank, imagine your brand, your colors, your language. We come out of the gate with 20 to 25 different emails and journeys that can be customized to your branding and are sent to the borrower dependent on their interaction and engagement, but also the offers that they qualify for. So we'll take a look real here. And because we are pre-structuring all of the loans up front, we're actually able to put information on these emails that a borrower typically has to call a loan officer for. And our platform average for click rates for our emails is 6%. Our highest performer is 12%. And we really do believe that that is attributed to the personalization that we bring and our ability to only send emails to those borrowers that are interested and engaged or qualify for the offer. So say they're interested in this offer and they click into it. Now we're going to see Navigator. So Navigator is our borrower portal. It is real time and it is personalized to that customer. Again, Woodley Bank is a fake bank. Imagine your branding. This is also our demo environment. So we have every offer turned on so that we're able to really showcase them. But for most borrowers, they have 2 to 3 different offers that they are able to look at and evaluate between. So for this particular customer, they have a couple rate reduction offers on how they could save money every month. And then they have some equity options. And I really love this view of equity because they're able to look at, dependent on how much equity they're withdrawing, what that monthly payment looks like to evaluate what the best option for their needs are. And say I'm interested in the home equity loan, I'm actually going to click in and you get even more details on this loan. So you can break that down to read more about it and say my credit score is actually different than what it was maybe in when I originated this loan or the last time that my servicer did a credit check. I can actually go in and update it and it's going to calculate this in real time. And I love this feature of Navigator because it's showing that no matter when the borrower has clicked on the email from, if it's 6 days after it went out or 6 months, it's going to show that day's pricing. So the borrower has real-time options that they are evaluating. We've built this to be configurable. So again, all of the branding can be changed, but also all of the language can be easily changed. We've learned as customers have implemented this solution, every compliance and marketing department has a different way that they want these offers presented. So we've made sure that our system is very customizable in that regard. And now that we've spent some time on Navigator, I'm going to go ahead and click into this, and we're going to start our loan option. Now, because we're a data-powered solution, we have the application as pre-filled as possible. One of the tenets of the platform is transparency and personalization. So we don't want the first question to be, what's your name? We're actually going to pre-fill it. But because of that, we do have a verification process before they can get into the application. Awesome. So you're taking a look at our application here. We have the ability to do a full 1003. You'll see the example of the pre-filled information here. And then a couple things that I will call out that are pretty cool, I think, are our help tips that we have embedded throughout the application. We worked with loan officers and borrowers to understand where they had questions in a loan form so that we could really get in front of them and keep them in the flow. The other thing that I think is cool is that we keep the loan details present throughout the application, and it's actually dynamic. So if they answer a question that will change the pricing, it will automatically update the pricing so the borrower, again, knows their real rate, their real loan amount, their real monthly payment. And this next feature that I'm going to show you is a really cool play between Autopilot, which is our eligibility rules engine, and Navigator. So Autopilot is behind the scenes as the borrower is answering these questions. It's got all of your eligibility criteria. If it's an agency product, it's going to be filled with those agency guidelines. In this example of a home equity loan, it could be plugged in with all of your custom guidelines dependent on which program that you're using. And it is evaluating the borrower's answers as they are applying to make sure that they still qualify for that loan. And to demonstrate that, I have a fake rule for my home equity loan that says that it is not their primary residence. That it has to be their primary residence. So I'm going to say it is not my primary residence. And then it's going to go play with Navigator. It's going to tell me, hey, they don't qualify for that home equity loan, but here's what they still qualify for. In this case, a rate and term refinance or a cash out refinance. I'm still interested in getting my equity out. So I'm going to click into this, see those same details. This mirrors the Navigator details page that we saw earlier. And I'm going to go ahead and start my cash out refinance. You'll notice what changed over here in the loan details, but you'll also notice that the application flow changed as well. So we are able to support different application sections for different loan products. And I do use the term application loosely because most of our customers actually don't want us to trigger TRID. So I would encourage you to think of each of these sections as on-off switches that we can configure based on your business needs. And again, I'm just going through the full 1003. And I'll take a moment just to talk about our integrations. We pride ourselves in our ability to do integrations with any LOS or CRM that we've come across. And so at the end of the process, we will be dumping all of the pre-structured loan information as well as the borrower's information into the place that your loan officers are used to picking up these leads, whether that is an LOS, a CRM, or both. This is the end of the Ardley process. You'll see a printout of all of those loan details, and a confirmation email gets sent to the borrower as well. And as I mentioned before, in real time, it lands in your pipeline of the CRM or LOS for the loan officer to work that highly qualified lead. Yes, so that's the system for Ardley.
Haley, what an interesting demo. Let's jump into some questions.
Awesome.
So what happens if a borrower only partially completes an application?
That's a great question. So if a borrower halfway completes or partially completes, we have analytics embedded throughout the entire system that you saw. And so based on where the borrower drops off or how often they are coming back, we actually have pre-programmed emails that are encouraging them to come back into the flow. And it really is that language is dependent on what they're doing, how often they're coming back, really to get them, that personalized touch so that they come back in. And if that isn't enough, we also offer a loan officer facing tool that we call Sidecar, that will kind of report those in progress loans. So if the emails are not enough to get the borrower back in, that list is reported to loan officers to do a call campaign.
And do you have any data on how borrowers interact with the offers, or what is the most effective in the current market?
Yeah, so we've actually gotten some really interesting data. When we first launched Navigator, I think one of the concerns we got from a lot of people is this kind of choice paralysis? Are there too many options for a borrower to evaluate? And we've actually seen the opposite in our data, that the more loan options a borrower has, the more they're interacting, the more they're revisiting, and actually the more likely they are to submit a final loan application, which I think really just supports our hypothesis of being transparent to borrowers, empowers them to make that decision. And then we've also received feedback from loan officers that they're getting more qualified leads because those borrowers have evaluated all of the options and know what they're getting into before they ever, submit the apply button. We're at about, I think, 35 now, maybe up to 40% of borrowers revisit the experience, which is really great. When we were showing just one offer, that number was closer to 10%.
And how many offers can be presented to a borrower at a time? And what happens if they no longer qualify, if market conditions have changed?
Yeah. So really, we set whatever offers are configured in your business rules as kind of the ceiling. Right now, we really haven't seen more than 5 offers presented to a borrower at a given time. And, with the market being what it is, it's pretty volatile. They may have a rate reduction offer one day and they may not the other day. And so again, we want to communicate that to the borrower. So they are always typically going to have those equity options available, if they have enough equity. So they have those to evaluate. And then if they qualify for a rate reduction one day and not the other, we do have messaging to the borrower to let them know kind of, hey, market's changing, but you can always come back here to check and see if you qualify again.
Amazing. Haley, thank you for taking us through Ardley Navigator. For more information, click the link below.